Hello, my name is Joan Stensler. I'm a communication specialist and empowerment coach and founder of Your Amazing Journey, an online consulting practice and holistic learning community. We offer rich content in the form of classes, workshops, and retreats to individuals and for organizations. Our focus is on teaching our clients ways to communicate more effectively and clearly in order to build strong, healthy relationships and make remarkable and positive changes in themselves, their lives, and organizations. I'm here today to speak with a wise and inspiring woman, Sara Roden. Sarah, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for joining me today.
Oh, thank you. Glad to be here.
So, Sarah, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you first learned about the Women's Empowerment Incubator and what attracted you to the program?
Yes. So I'm Sara. I am 25 years old. I'm a speech pathologist. I am very interested in, mindfulness practice, meditation, and also just like overall mental health wellness. So I learned about the group through you. I was seeing you for therapy at the time, and I really felt like this was also during the period of COVID. I mean, COVID is still happening, obviously, but sort of towards the beginning of it and quarantine, and I was really craving that connection with people. So I really was interested in joining something, and I felt like it would be a perfect fit. And it ended up being so. So that's what really attracted me. I wanted to find those connections and talk about these topics that are of great interest to me. So,
What was your impression in the group when you first began attending? And what do you think stood out most for you about it? And there might be more than one thing, but what is it that you feel stood out most about it to you that you found most helpful?
so I would say my first impression was I I thought it was interesting how it was such a large like age range of the women in the group. Um, I was, at least in the first group, the youngest person. But I felt a very I guess like, just like right off the bat, I was so I felt so comfortable,
Mm,
which was surprising to me. Um and I felt it was so easy to just open up to them. It's just like that was just the vibe in the group. And I remember at the end of the first session, I was so shocked at how much in common I had with all of the women,
mm.
even though it's like such different, as I said, different ages, different backgrounds. It was just so surprising that afterwards, like I felt so seen,
Mm.
that, oh, like all of these women, you know, experience the same things that I experience, maybe in different ways, but at the core of it, it's all the same. Um, so like I was immediately like every week, like looking forward you know, to going to the group and speaking with the women. So
How did it make you feel to be in a group of women where you felt almost instantly seen and comfortable despite the differences in age and background?
oh,
What
it
was
was
that
great.
like?
It was great. I mean, it's one of the most important things is that I really felt like I could be myself, and it's because it's a like a safe space, you know.
Mm.
Um and I feel like because of that I was able to get the most out of it, because I really was able to just be me, be comfortable, be open, and I appreciated that.
I'm so glad. Have you been involved in other groups before?
No, I have not. Not like this. I mean, the only other groups were your groups, like, like the meditation sessions and all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
nothing like this.
Mm-hmm. How is your experience being part of the Women's Empowerment Incubator and the other programs that you have attended? How's it impacted on your life and on how you feel about your situation and what you want to see yourself move forward to doing in your life beyond what you've already done?
Um, Honestly, I feel like I was able to, the group gave me a chance to connect with myself on a deeper level. Like every week, look within and ask myself the hard questions. And these were, topics I probably would not usually, you know, ask myself about or delve into something like that. So every week it was something new. And I feel like having that consistency was extremely helpful. Um, and then also just like applying what it is that I was learning, which is obviously the hard part. But it's sort of, I feel like, I don't know if I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but getting the advice from women, the other women in the group, it was really sort of, I guess, having that support and that like encouragement from them made it easier to apply what it was that I was learning,
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
Mm-hmm. So having a team behind you that was looking forward to hearing week by week what you were doing and how you had responded to some
Hmm.
ideas they may have shared or things that you were working on. And at the
Exactly.
same time, when you came, you were looking forward to hearing where they were coming from and the progress they had made. So there was a tremendous amount of encouragement there
Oh, for
and
sure.
help to keep you on track week by week so you could go back to where you were if things got you kind of distracted or if other things came up and you may not have had as much focus or time to do the things you wanted to do, you come back and it would help reset your intention, in other words.
Exactly. Exactly.
Would you could you give any examples of some of the more meaningful experiences or results of being part of the group for you?
I would say, obviously I think the most meaningful was forming these connections, which I wasn't really expecting. I feel like I went into the group because I wanted connection, but I didn't know it was gonna be like this. Like
Mm,
I expected we were all just going to be, I don't know, just like part of something, like you would be teaching, this, and we wouldn't really have the opportunity to really like closely connect with each other.
mm-hmm,
But that wasn't the case at all. I mean, I feel like the group was centered around us connecting with one another and bouncing ideas off of each other and sharing our experiences. So week after week, being able to, talk with them, like you really felt like I know this person. I know them. And I feel like I've known them for a very long time. And I was able to speak with them about things that I honestly many times haven't spoken, you know, things that I haven't spoken about with people that I've been friends with for years. It was just that, so I feel like the most meaningful was just my weekly conversations with the women. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, during like the breakout groups and being able to just like connect and being so excited to like share with them
Mm-hmm.
and hear what they have to say. And so that was the most meaningful, I
Mm-hmm.
would say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the group not only offered opportunities to explore different interesting ideas and concepts and learn about them. There was that other very critical piece, which was so very important to you. The idea that here you were learning this, and then you were going to share what your perspective was with other people, and have the experience of doing so in a way that felt really safe so soon after you got to know them because of the way it was structured and because people were coming into it with a shared understanding of what they were going to do.
Mhm.
That people come into the group for the purposes of both receiving from each other and also giving to each other. So there's a very collaborative feel, which made a big difference for you. That's what I'm
Mhm.
hearing.
Yes,
Have you
definitely.
made any changes in your life since you became part of the group? Has the group helped you with any of that?
Oh, yes. I definitely feel like I have made some changes with I I would say with my confidence. I mean, I've always struggled with one communicating in a confident manner. And I've had this problem like my whole life. Um, but I really feel like I've gained a lot of wisdom during the group in regards to that, in regards to speaking more openly and honestly with others. Um, and again, that's only happened through practice and actually applying what it is that I've learned and talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I guess also learning that I deserve to speak my mind, and as opposed to in the past feeling like I didn't deserve that, if
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
But I would say that's probably the
Mm-hmm.
biggest.
And
Um,
here's a critical piece about that, right? It's important to recognize you have the right to express how you feel, and that when something is a concern for you or something you want to share, that you have the right to do that. We also talk a lot, as you know, about the idea that we need to use discernment in that way, because there are people that sometimes will not listen to what we have to say and may not be the right people to express that message to. Sometimes we need to anyway when someone is a challenging person to deal with, but there's also this important idea of recognizing when it's more likely that someone's going to hear you, like you're describing your experience in the group, that when something came up, you felt safe and comfortable sharing it. And the more you were able to do that in this safe and caring environment, the more comfortable you were with doing that. That doesn't mean that you're going to just be as comfortable in every situation, but that you have the ability to do that with people that are receptive, that are listening, that are interested, that want to know what you have to say, and that are there to be of support. And I think those were so many of the things I heard you say about your experience in the group.
yes, yes, very much
Again,
so.
again, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. Do you have any thoughts to share with anyone who might be interested in joining the group?
I mean, I could not recommend the group more. I mean, I feel very grateful to you that you have set up this, space for women who have similar interests and similar, you know, goals, in a
Hmm.
sense of the goals of just improving. And um again, just a safe space for women. And I feel like any woman could benefit from this. I know that I have, and I look forward to joining future groups.
I'm looking forward to having you continue with me on this journey. I'm so very delighted about all the wonderful things that have come out of it for you. That was basically the idea for setting the group up to begin with. Um, I am want to share with anyone who's watching this who's interested in learning about the group that I would be happy to speak with you and talk with you, answer your questions about what this is like. You're welcome to get in touch with me if you are interested at info@youramazingjourney.com. That's info@youramazingjourney.com. And if you're interested in learning about an open house I'm planning to have sometime in June to let you know a little bit more about what this is like and for you to have an opportunity to meet some of our wonderful, wise, and inspiring women like Sara. Please get in touch with me again at info@youramazingjourney.com, and I will be very happy to pass that information on and invite you to be my guest and to join all of us there. I hope that you found our conversation interesting, and I would like very much to thank you, Sara, for your time and for sharing so generously what your experience was like. Everyone, have a wonderful day. And Sara, I look forward to continuing our journey together.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Be well. Take care, everyone. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye bye.